People judge what they can see. God judges what He's growing. They see the surface, the timing, the numbers, the results. God sees what's underneath, the roots. And that's the difference between God and people. Most people only believe what's visible. If it's not loud, fast, or obvious, or whatever, they assume nothing's happening. They ask questions like, why aren't you further? Why hasn't it worked yet? Why hasn't other people done it? Why do you think it'll work? You have a plan. Just a little. Why are you still doing this? It's not working. I get all the time from my family. I say it all the time. And I'm into music. I like making music. So my family decided hey, it's not gonna work. Let me go to Blaine's friends and try to convince them to convince me to go to college. And that's what they did. They went to my friends and said, hey, this is a quote by them. They said, hey, Blaine's music is like never gonna take off. So how about you convince him to go to college, or at least online college, cause his music ain't gonna work. That's what they said. But my friends, they tell me the truth. So they told me. And I am just working twice as hard, even though they can't see it. I'm still working for my dreams, and I am not going to quit, even if they can't see it. So those questions that they ask, those questions reveal something important. They don't mean to harm, they just don't see what God's seeing, or they don't see what God sees. Humans judge progress by outcomes. God measures progress by obedience. The most important work in your life will happen in silence. The discipline nobody claps for. The prayers nobody hears. The character God builds when no one is watching. Before God ever reveals you to the public or publicly, He forms you in private. Then that progress is invisible to everybody else. That's why it's dangerous to take advice from people who can't see the whole picture. They're trying to elevate a seed as if it's supposed to look like a tree already. They're trying to make that seed that God put in you grow faster, just because they don't see a tree already. They are trying to make you move faster through life because they don't see results in your life. People see where you are. God sees who you're becoming. People see the delay. God sees the progress. People see the weakness. God sees the refinement. God never will lose sight of you. When people can't understand your path, they often project their own fear onto you. Not because they hate you, but because your faith challenges their comfort. Your obedience makes them hesitation, the fear visible. Your discipline exposes the excuses, So they criticize, they question, they doubt, whatever. Not because you're wrong, but because you are doing something that they're too afraid to do. So remember this. Doubt from others does not equal disapproval from God. There are seasons where growth happens underground, like spring and summer. Nothing changes on the surface because everything is changing beneath it. Roots are deepening, foundations are strengthening, weakness is being exposed and healed. If God revealed everything He was doing right now, you might rush the progress. So He keeps it hidden, not to punish you, but to protect the outcome. What feels slow to you may be perfectly timed to Him, to God. So, other people are gonna measure success by money, fame, attention, speed, approval, whatever else. God measures success with faithfulness, obedience, and discipline. That's why comparison is so dangerous. You're not behind, you're not late, you're not failing, you're being built. Proverbs 16:9 says a man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. You may not see the path clearly. You may not understand the delays. You may not understand why this is happening, why doors are shut at this time and open in the future. But direction doesn't require full visibility. It requires trust. God sees every step you take, even the ones that feel small, unnoticeable, or unnoticed, or pointless. None of it is a waste of time. So when people are doubting you, when they misunderstand you, remember this. They see what's visible. God sees what's valuable. Stay faithful and quiet. Stay disciplined. Stay obedient, even when there's no applause. Because one day, what God has been building for you will speak for itself. And when it does, you won't need to explain anything. Because God already showed it. And God sees all long before anyone else does.